Hi everyone, my name is Claire and today we will be learning about solving inequalities. Okay, so solving an inequality is just like solving a normal equation, except for if you divide or multiply by a negative number, then you switch it from less than to greater than or greater than to less than, respectively.
Okay, so you just switch the little
inequality
sign.
And remember, the mouth of the alligator always goes towards the quantity that's bigger.
Okay.
Alright, so let's work through the first one and stop me if you have any questions.
Okay.
Alright, so we have 1 minus 3x is greater than or equal to 7. What's the first step?
So it's just like a normal equation.
So you want to isolate x.
Okay, so we just subtract 1.
Perfect. So you subtract 1 from both sides. And then you get negative 3x is greater than or equal to 6, right? Because 7 minus 1 is 6.
Okay. So again, it's just like a regular one. We divide it by negative 3, but since it's negative, we switch the inequality, right?
Perfect. So it switches from greater than to less than because we divided by a negative number. The negative 3's cancel. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. So we end up with
x is less than or equal to negative 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's try one more. And this one is an equation with variables on both sides.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to be solving x plus 2 is less than 3x plus 6. So what's the first step that we're going to try to do? We're trying to get x's on the same side, so what do you think we should do first?
Well, we can either subtract 3x or subtract just 1x, but we want to subtract the 1x because then there's no negative, just to make it easier.
Perfect.
Alright.
So we subtract x from both sides, and we're left with 2 is less than 2x plus 6.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're at this point. 2 is less than 2x plus 6. What do you think we should do?
Just subtract 6.
Perfect. So you subtract 6 from both sides to isolate the x, and you're left with negative 4 is less than 2x. So final step, what are we going to do to get that x by itself?
We divide it by 2, and since it's not a negative, we don't flip the thing, or flip the inequality, right?
Perfect. So then what's our final answer?
X is greater than negative 2.
Perfect. Great job.